Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Hidden Through Time 2 Myths and Magic. This is a game that's coming to Steam on October 5th, 2023. It's important to stress that I'm covering this game about a week prior, so everything that you're about to see should be reflective of the finished product, but there might be a last-minute patch or two that might address some things. So I've covered Hidden Through Time games before. There's a number of them. In this game, you're going to get 4 different campaigns/eras. There's like the Middle Ages, Greek mythology, there's like an 80s magic theme, and so on. And each campaign will see you through a series of levels, and you won't be able to go on to the next level until you find enough of the hidden items. I guess I should back up a little bit. This is through and through a hidden object game. If you've ever played the previous games in this series, then you'll be able to jump into this without any sort of problem. You've got a list of the items that you're trying to find on the very bottom of the screen, and if you hover your mouse over them, it'll give you a small clue as to where the item is in the environment, but it doesn't say exactly where it is. There's also a hidden object. In the upper right, there's like a special object that the game will task you with finding. It's not like necessary to find it, but obviously you want to find everything because that's how you play these games. So yeah, there's a list of objects on the bottom of the screen that you're tasked with finding, and the animals and the people in the environment, they will animate to some degree. You can click on trees, and even you can open tents by clicking on them once. And there's a new mechanic with this particular game that I wasn't expecting. Different objects can be found in different environments. So on the top of the screen, you can switch between like night and day. On other maps, it might be like regular weather, like sunny weather and rainy weather. And certain objects can only be found in one of those two things. Some objects can be found in both. If you look at the items on the bottom of the screen, on the upper like right and left corners of the object window, you'll see like either a moon or a sun, and if it has both icons, the item can be found in both environments. So there's actually like 2 levels in one here, which is kind of cool. I mean, I like that. I mean, I think that's a really cool idea. I had a lot of fun. Now, I have to mention that this game is challenging. I don't know if it's just me, but it took me a while, even on like the first couple of levels, to find what I was looking for. But again, the game's music keeps me engrossed. I don't know what it is, but like the game is so casual and so light and so like cheerful, and the music to boot is just so calm and peaceful. Like I could sit and play this game for hours and not realize that I've been playing it, even though it's just a simple little, hidden object kind of game. This game takes me back to the days in my youth where I would be sitting in the dentist's office or like a doctor's office, and there'd be something called a highlights magazine. You kids have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, but old Father Time here remembers highlight magazines. There was Goofus and Gallant, my favorite part of the magazine. And then there were the compare the 2 pictures and tell me which one, where the differences are. So there is a hidden object, element to that. And, this kind of takes me back to that. I really like that. And I love the fact that different maps have different elements. Like it's not all just night and day. In one map, it might be night and day, but another map, it might be, day and snow. You know what I mean? And I love that the animals animate. One complaint I do have is that, yes, they give you hints as to where the items are, but I don't see a button, I couldn't find one anyway, that like pointed me in the right direction. Sometimes the clue was a bit too vague on the bottom of the screen, and I couldn't even make out what it was either. Like, on this particular map, for example, I mean, it's hard to tell on the bottom of the screen what some of these objects are. Like, one is clearly an acorn, one is a camera, one's a bird. But I'm looking at, like, is that that's an upside-down melted ice cream cone, but it was difficult to see that. The very first object, I still don't know what the heck that is. It said my owner lost me when I was playing with it, but I don't know, like, what that object is. I wish if you hovered over the object, it would give you the name of it, just so I know what in general I'm looking for. I wish the game would actually tell me what the name of the object is. And after a while, I wish there was some kind of like, I don't know, hint button for each of these, like that if I click on it enough, it'll tell me exactly where the object is. I know it's cheating, but at least like if there's that one object that I just have to find but simply can't for whatever reason, at least I've got an out. You know what I mean? I don't have to go on YouTube and look up someone's video on how to find all these things. So I wish there was a more in-depth in-game thing. There is an online maps thing where you can download new maps that people have created. There's actually something in this game called an architect. It's accessible right from the main menu, and this allows you to create your own maps. Now, truth be told, I have not done this. Like, I dabbled with it, but there's a lot more to it than I've been able to figure out. But what I like about it is, like, you can actually set the animations for various things. Don't forget to go into your settings menu and toggle the grid on. It just, like, when you first load it, it's like, it's hard to tell where everything is and like dimensions and all of that. With a grid on, I think it's just way better. I had an easier time setting things down and relating one object to another. But I love that with this particular architect, you'll be able to, like, there's all sorts of objects you can put down. You'll be able to assign items. You click on an item, you can see what's inside them. You can select their layer. You can select them. You can set them as an objective. You can set their color scheme. You can open or close the container to see what's inside of it, so you can place something inside. So, like, someone with enough patience to learn this architect mode, which doesn't seem to be too difficult, could easily come up with their own map. So all in all, this game is fantastic. I highly recommend you check it out when the game actually does release in a week. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.